Hey folks, this is Donnie. I'm going to the property. We're gonna do some more articles. I've got to try to get in. They graded the road and they kind of put a big berm right here for me to get in the other trail. Let me flip the camera around and I'll show you. There's the road. I don't know if I can get up that or not. It's pretty rough. Turn the four-wheel drive on. Maybe. Oh boy, this is gonna be a bad one. Oh, there we go. All right. This is the this is another entrance. This is the one that we are going to be blocking off. I've got a cable up right now. And there's no homes here. All this here is wooded property. Let me zoom out a little bit. People hunt out here a lot, and we've got to prevent them from hunting on our property. It's all wooded. There's no trailer houses. There's just these little two trails, and we're going to the end of this road. This road dead ends into our property. And this is sort of the back way of getting in, but it gets pretty sandy right down here. You can see these roads, they just go off into the woods a little further. I'm in the Honda CR-V. The van is messed up again. I think another coil went out in it. I'm gonna get up here and get parked, and then I'll grab my gear and my GoPro, put it on my head so my hands are free in case I need to get to my firearm. Where this road comes into the property it's a pretty good distance from the other property, our original property, where I had the activity and all that stuff that happened a couple of weeks ago. Looks like somebody's tore down the signs I put up, the no trespassing signs. Yeah, go figure. I put up 4 signs and I don't see any of them. Yep, they tore them down. And one over there on the tree, on that sign. Well, that one's still up over there. It's a good deal. All right, let me get turned around and get parked. This is where the property starts. Actually, we're on the edge of the property. These 2 little steel poles you see right here, this is the actual boundary. The fence is about 10 or 12 foot, or the gate is 10 or 12 foot further in. All right, give me just a minute. All right, I'm just gonna drive back here a little ways, just in case I have any issues. This is the only section up here that's got hurricane damage. You can see the tree damage here. Once you get past this first, I don't know, 100 yards, I guess, then we don't have no more hurricane damage. I know it. I don't have my seatbelt on, so it's telling on me. All right, I'm not gonna drive down there's a hill right up here. I've got to bring the tractor up and bush hog this drive again. It's nice and cool out right now. Praise the Lord. thing's gonna keep going off because I don't have my seatbelt on. I'm not going down this hill. I don't think. I might. I don't think I can turn around and stop. Yeah, it's gonna make it kind of rough to back up and get turned around. I'm gonna go a little further. I hope that was something I ran over. I don't know if that may have been something that I hit and I ran over. Yeah, I don't want to go down there. Got to be able to turn this thing around if I need to. All right, I'm just gonna park right here. All right, hold on just a second. trying to figure out a place to mount the camera where you guys can see. There's the waterfall right there. All right, I can't, I tried to put it over there, but all you see is just the waterfall, and you're not really gonna hear it if I back away from it. So let me figure something else out. Give me just a second. All right, I guess that'll work for now. I don't know if y'all are gonna be able to hear me over the waterfall, so I'll talk a little loud. I've just shook this limb that has all these leaves on it. And when I let go of it, I kept hearing the leaves rustling, and it was right the same side of the creek the camera's on, which would be to your left. It was back over there. And that was quite loud. So I'm not gonna go far. I'm gonna go right over here. I don't know if you can see me, but that's all right. The point is that you can hear me. We're just gonna go over some different type articles. All right. This one's titled "The Lost Children of the Allegheny Mountains, year 1856. Date April 24th, 1856, and the location is off Monument Road by Sienna Run Creek in Blue Knob State Park, Emler, Pennsylvania, Bedford County, the State Game Lands 26. The information source for this article is eyewitness testimony and search party testimony, including Jacob Dibert and Harrison Wysong. In Bedford County, Pennsylvania, there sits a stone monument protected by a wooden structure and chicken wire fence. Sometimes visitors leave mementos such as toys and flowers. Its location is on a State Game Lands 26 along Monument Road, and visitors can access the site by walking a short distance from the parking lot. Those who don't know the story of the lost children of the Alleghenies may wonder what a stone monument is doing in the middle of a forest, but locals know the story all too well. The monument reads, Joseph S. Cox, age 5 years, 6 months, and 9 days, and George S. Cox, aged 7 years, 1 month, and 10 days. Children of Samuel and Susanna Cox. Joseph and George are known as the lost children of the Alleghenies, and their story dates back to 1856 when they were found deceased on the very spot where the monument stands. The Cox family and the day the boys went missing. The Allegheny Mountains has a rough and rugged landscape, and in the mid-1800s, the densely forested area was where the Cox family lived. The family of four, husband and wife Samuel and Susanna, and their 2 young sons, Joseph and George, lived in a small cabin surrounded by lush trees and greenery. On April 24, 1856, Samuel went out into the forest to hunt for the family's supper. However, he was unsuccessful that day and went home empty-handed. The entire family was in the cabin when they heard their dog, Sport, barking. Samuel immediately got his rifle and went outside, hoping that Sport had spotted a squirrel that they could cook for supper. He was gone for less than 2 hours, And when he went back to the cabin, he was met by a hysterical Susanna, who told him that their sons were nowhere to be found. It isn't clear what happened to the children, but it is assumed that the boys must have gone out to follow their father when he left the cabin. The hunt for the Cox children. Samuel and Susanna Cox immediately started looking for 5-year-old Joseph and 7-year-old George in the surrounding areas near the cabin. They called out to them while searching and listened for their voices, but there was no response. With no success, the couple sought help from their neighbors in order to find the missing children. The search party consisted of hundreds of people the day after the boys disappeared. They scoured the area all day and at night. Volunteers went through the dense forest carrying torches. They hoped that the boys would see the fire and approach it. The stream was searched as well to see if the boys had accidentally drowned, but they didn't find anything. Despite all their efforts, Joseph and George were never found. After several days of searching, many concluded that it was unlikely that the boys could still be alive. A man's dream leads the way to the boys. The search didn't provide any clues regarding the boys' whereabouts, and little by little people started to suspect that Samuel and Susanna Cox were the ones responsible for the disappearance of Joseph and George. They searched their cabin and areas near the home but nothing was found. Nearly 2 weeks after Joseph and George Cox went missing, a farmer named Jacob Dibert started having vivid dreams. In it, he was looking for a deer carcass in the forest when he stumbled upon a child's shoe near a stream and a ravine. Following the trail, he used a fallen tree to cross the stream, and it was there where he discovered the bodies of the Cox boys. Dibert shared the details of his dream with his wife, but he didn't alert anyone else. However, he continued to have the same dream a few more nights, and that was when he told his brother-in-law, Harrison Wysong, about it. Upon hearing the details, Wysong said that he might know the location that Dibert described. On May 8th, the two proceeded to go to the site, and little by little, Dibert's dream was becoming reality. They came across a dead deer, a child's shoe, and a fallen tree that allowed them to go across the ravine. When they got to the other side, they discovered the dead bodies of the Cox boys by the roots of a birch tree. Determining the cause of death. The circumstances surrounding the discovery of Joseph and George Cox's bodies were unusual, and it seemed suspicious that Jacob Dibert knew exactly where to find them just by following his dream, if he didn't have anything to do with their deaths. By today's standards, it is most likely that he would have been a suspect in the investigation, or at least thoroughly questioned. However, as reported, there was no evidence to support that there was foul play involved. It looked like the children died from exposure to the elements. Sorry guys, I'm hearing something off to my left. Okay, I'm sorry. Where was that? It was suspected that they indeed followed their father into the forest and got lost in the forest. At the time of their disappearance, it was nearing nightfall, and it would have been easy for the boys to get lost in the dark. And although a thorough search of the area was done, the location where they were found wasn't searched, as they assumed the boys wouldn't have been able to cross the creek. The bodies were found huddled together, and they may have died of hypothermia. Conclusion. In 1906, 50 years after Joseph and George Cox's death, the community raised funds to erect a monument in honor of the lost children of the Alleghenies. The structure was built in 1910 when there was enough money collected, and a fence was built to protect it from vandalism. Today, many visitors trek to the site where the boys' bodies were found and leave mementos. Many who have visited the location reported strange occurrences, leading them to believe that the boys' spirits still haunt the place where they died. Some said they heard children's voices and footsteps, while others claimed to have seen children's footprints on the ground. The Cox Monument has since been an attraction in Pennsylvania, and there's a sign that tells the story of the lost children of the Alleghenies and how Jacob Dybert's dream provided the community closure to the tragedy. Interestingly, even though this disappearance happened 166 years ago in 1856, 6 years before the Civil War, when studied, correlated missing people statistics were not available to the general public over large areas. Some of the details do fit author and investigator David Polites' missing 411 criteria for high strangeness, such as the boys not being found in the initial search. When found dead, the determination of death could only be surmised as hypothermia with no other apparent physical marks. The distance traveled by the boys to where they were found, items of clothing removed from the bodies, and the fact they were found dead by a water source, the Sienna Run Creek. We may never know the truth of what happened. The mystery remains. That is so sad. I hate hearing when children end up passing. I have some pictures with this. I'm not going to put them up this time. We may share them in a show. I will be doing some shows this week. Guys, I'm waiting on Brother Jeff to get here. We've been trying to get called ahead on everything so that I could have nothing but free time with him when he gets here other than our normal duties. But if he doesn't make it this week, I am still going to be doing some live shows. I've got to get back in the game. I am really getting freaked out. I apologize for the interruptions. I'm hearing a lot of movement off to my left side, which you guys' right side, hearing a lot, and it's loud. It sounded like four legs, a four-legged animal just a few minutes ago. Let me see how long this is. I'm getting a little creeped out. This next one. Guys, I'm going to move. I'm going to get the camera and move. I don't want to be right here. I'm having a hard time hearing because of the waterfall. And there is definitely something moving back over here. And so I'm going to come up on that side where you guys are at. So stand by just a second. Let me grab my gear. Whatever it is, sounds like it's almost behind me now, directly behind me. Yeah, that's pretty loud, whatever it is moving up there. Oh. Ooh, that fall. I'm going to get the camera off the tree. I'm using that tree strap that I shared with you guys recently, how I mounted it. And I'm going to put it back on my little stick and we're going to go up here somewhere. Stand by just a second. All right, I just got to get my strap. This is the setup I was telling you guys about a while back. This is just a strap with a little cam buckle. You can use any type strap. Let me loosen it and I'll show you what I got. This is the little clip you can buy for your GoPro at Best Buy for mounting it on your ball cap. and I put some different attachments so I could change the angle. I can lean it sideways or, you know, whichever direction I need. And then the clip part, I slide it over the strap, and when you cinch it down to the tree, I mean, this is a rather small tree. Uh-oh. But you could put it on, you can put it on a tree as small as 2 inches in diameter. Or you can put it on a tree as, you know, whatever size strap you got. If you got that was me, that cracking you just heard. The first cracking was not, that was up there. I'm not going back up right there. Guys, I may end up just doing, I'll do the other articles at home. I'm really on edge now. It sounded like a 4-legged animal that I heard. I did hear footsteps, and it sounded like it was 4 feet, which is a good thing, I guess, unless it's coyotes or something. Let me get up here because it's really hard to hear by this waterfall. This is a game trail right here that I'm on. Ow. I just want to go the opposite direction from whatever that is. We know the big guys are out here, I have no doubt. I actually seen it. Seen 2 of them. One that seemed to be around 6 foot, 6.5 foot maybe, and then a smaller one, a much smaller one. Boy, this looks creepy since everything's turning green. I'm gonna have to walk way up here and then cut through. This right here is a game trail. Goes that direction, and then it goes that direction. All right, I'm gonna disconnect this wireless microphone because you're gonna hear nothing but my breathing in it. Give me just a second. I'm gonna put this stuff up and we're gonna get out of here.
Thank you.